comp. Again, that double dive is just going to have to work out in terms of the early utility. We're going to be seeing that boom bot being used back over towards bathroom and back over towards mid hookah and XSET. It's going to be a lot harder for them to try to pick and prod their way up towards some of these sites, but they can surely make it worth it whenever they actually go on and they have all of that firepower. So let's see it. Zekin up on the front lines. You do have a couple of players joined him over towards that long side. It's actually 3 trying to make their way in. Don't really know if Spike was revealed, but XSET off of the peak, they actually go back immediately and pretty much back to a default.
Yeah, although very scary to play the game like that, be jumping around and crossing out towards long. It did do a good amount of buying out some utility, right? Some Astra util tossed out. We saw the dash already bought early in the round, so I'm gonna be without that. But look at Android, he's up close and personal.
Not only that, but it drops down a snake bite, so everyone else has to join up from him from the skies. But Zekin, he does exactly that, goes on top of the box, and he's able to take down the Viper. So now in comes the Spike. No bathroom control, so this could actually get pretty tricky for XSET going forward. They know that they have to battle out this 1v1 against this Sova. So in we go, EU holding back the corner. What a retake from XSET, utilizing 2 players to take away that 1 player. So now they have a whole lot more leg room. Even stretch out a couple of players back over towards short. Now they know that everyone is back into the back of sight. Som gonna be able to get a big kill, but even bigger from Zekin coming in from behind with a shot to the back of the head. And not only that, but even more damage onto Som. 8 HP remaining for Som. He's pretty much done for, isn't he? BCJ, 1 body shot should be able to do it, but again, Som with a Sheriff, he could find some magic with a couple of these headshots. Shock dart going in, time running out. That's gonna be the round.
Man, it's heartbreaking. Again, it comes down to the wire, and you had Android up close and personal, and a couple of right clicks. That classic, it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit like it used to. Bought some time, allowed for those rotations, but XSET, they were privy to what the play was at that point, right? Having understood that the Sova was on that bench side of the map, they immediately run EU down in showers to make sure that he doesn't get that flank up through short, and he can't just continue to be a nuisance for the squad. So heads up, push into showers, dispatch of the Sova. And in that round, once more for NRG, it was the Som show, but he just couldn't get enough done. Snake bite, recon bolt, not gonna find anything inside showers, but it's control the way of XSET early here in round 2. Oh, not
Love that.
not
Love
the back-to-back shorties inside the tube on B site.
Yeah, a little bit of a meat grinder. You make your way through there, and I don't think you're getting out. Cryo does actually pick up the first kill onto Tex, but look at the rotation from NRG. 4 players already around site, already inside essentially. Even though, again, it just is pistols, but XSET, they're not exactly worried about the fact that they want to go on B either, because of course, that they're on a default. They're able to have at least one of these contacts back over on the A site, make a bit more space. But this was their goal from the very beginning. They had the spike there. BCJ is going to be able to plant. NRG are completely out in the way of A.
I can't imagine you're expecting a whole lot here. Shorty's dropped, looks like classic for Som. Paint shells will keep him at bay, and Aaron might be the one to capitalize on a couple of ult points, or ult pits, I should say. Meanwhile, there's a flank coming. So sure, these guys are buying the attention up in heaven.
Sure.
We might get something sneaky. Okay, Android picking up 2. Aaron finally makes an appearance into the kill feed. We'll eventually get that backstab, and now it's all up. Just hazed. Hazed. And a shorty, they know he's there. They know he's there. He tries to sneak around. EU eventually falls. Hazed will follow, and almost did a good bit of damage to BCJ. 2 fall on the side of XSET. They pick up 2 rounds for it. Now we go back to it. Som with the op in hand, but it is glass cannon here. I mean, this does not feel like a very healthy round 3 for NRG.
So this is really where we get to see where some of the early round formalities for XSET really start to come out. We haven't seen too many of just the hard defaults, especially for the fact that they used to be a team that used to pretty much vehemently fight for that bathroom area. But only 1 essentially so far. Back over towards that 1 spot, so not actually too bad. They still have that contact. a whole lot of utility back over towards that A area. We have to focus up on B, though. XSET. 2 players back over towards that long side, but no control of Hookah thus far.
And NRG seem privy to this. Hayes getting those stars back in hand. Only a sheriff. For Zekin. Beat comes out. Psalm. Nice shot there. It's a great way to get started here on Bind. Once you get that up in hand. Def, he does go checked. Tex is going to take him down. Thought maybe it would go unnoticed inside Hookah. And okay, his teammate in BCJ going to assume that same position. Tries to retrieve the spike, but it's fallen once more as Zekin gets pushed forward. Grabs a weapon swap, and XSET. They're in a position here. Up mind. A 2v4. We've seen them do crazier things in situations like this. Unfortunately, that spike is not in their favor.
Yeah, you saw the camera shot. Spike, not in their hands. So we've seen crazier things, but with 30 seconds left, 2v4, no Hookah control. One of the tightest choke points in any map in Valorant to try to retake back if there's someone in there. So if anything, XSET, the only thing that they can do is try to run away. They were off of a bonus, though, so again, not all is lost. Their economy are going to be actually booming out of the fact that they're actually saving up 2 of these players.
And no util actually used from Zekin, so at the very least, he should be able to buy somebody up in the next round as we get a couple of the Penguins showing us love. NRG find themselves on the board, and I think notably, we're talking about the XSET economy and what saving those rifles means for the next round, but NRG, they do this near flawlessly, right? They only lose Hayes. He should be finding himself a weapon in his hands here nice and early. In that round, Psalm, huge. The first time he gets to take a shot, he lands it. And now if you're XSET, you have to be wary of that op. On Breeze, I think maybe you could be a little silly in front of the op, and Psalm might have missed the shots. And I think that was kind of giving some confidence over to XSET to peak these angles and continue to take the fights that they were. Now, maybe you're a little less confident. You're a bit more wary. And here it is again, Psalm with the op aggressive. A player on his right. Waiting for this player on the left, but I don't think Aaron's going to give it to him.
It's just going to have to come down to when Psalm actually wants to peek out. He pretty much has to be on time with the toxins if he wants to dash back, but it's not going to happen. Psalm actually backs out towards site. Just get a better angle back. We do have this happening, though. Trailblazer clearing out Hookah actually runs into Zekin actually at the exact same time. So Zekin, he gets revealed, immediately boots back to A. What could be the pop here? Def needs to pull out some util to really make this possible.
You have to be wary, right? Seeing that raise, that could easily be the hit onto that B site with a couple of blast packs, but that's not it at all. Zekin sold it perfectly. The op rotates away, and here comes the hit. They dash onto the site. The first one dispatched of it was only Android who was planted directly on it, and EU, he's just got to go fishing for more.
Oh, no! Oh, and he gets destroyed through the nebula. Def takes him down. XSET now with full control of site, but Psalm going in with that op, but Zekin, yet another off angle for him. No way Psalm would have expected him. Just end that straight angle under heaven. So there you go. NRG. 2 players remaining. Should be the same situation that we got a few rounds ago. Save up for this team. But that take, I mean, not really too flashy either. NRG, they had 2 pillars there, completely out in the open. They tried to fight, or at least one of them did, and the other one gets taken down through their smoke. What more can you do? NRG looking for some exits to really make the economy potentially a bit harder for XSET to really try to hold on, but otherwise, Cryo. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, slipping a little bit. Yeah, I don't think XSET's economy is in. Oh, Aaron.
Disgusting.
Oh man, he's carrying that cerebro in from map 1 into map 2. Aaron just knows. He's just got it. He can see everything with the helmet on, and you see it in the scoreline 4-1. That's tough because the win conditions, especially on this defensive end for NRG, is slowing down this double dive, finding a way, and unfortunately, they're just not getting the right read on XSET, right? With Zekin across the map, I talked about it in that round. You could still expect that B hit to come. If Zekin is there, that's 1/2 of the double dive. That's half of their comp, but he sells it perfectly. He beats feet back on over, and then they're just too quick on the side. Android can't react to the player up on top of triple box, and Psalm missed the shot in the last, misses one here in this, and punished for it is Tex. He goes back for more, but Cryo's quick. a bit quicker. Jeez Louise, Cryo. Let me get the words out, man. He picks up 3. Zekin finally wants to get a piece of the action. And a flawless round just around the corner. XSET continue to bolster their lead. Ew, he's headed the opposite direction. Anywhere but B site.
I mean, can you really say anything about that round? XSET making it look incredibly easy. Just to scale their way up. Just to get the picks one by one that they need.
With
Dude,
this.
Can you track like this? Can you track like this? Mr. Tano Metropolis. Do you actually have control like that with your mouse? Not bad.
Check my aim lab scores, baby. No, I don't. That's why I'm not XSET second or XSET Tinner Metro, I guess. That's how we felt actually about. Oh, we were robbed. That's how we felt when we saw Cryo go huge with the knives. Just jaw to the floor.
Jaw to the freaking floor. But that one, I mean, also a piece of cake apparently.
Yeah, and I hate to keep harping on this, but I mean, Psalm does not look like Psalm. Psalm does not look like himself. He looks like he is outside of himself today.
That is such a close shot. Psalm is going for so many aggressive opportunities. Tanner, I mean, he's pushing himself out. I mean, we saw it so many times over towards Breeze. Realistically, most of the times where we ended up seeing Psalm break down and not able to hit his shots, I mean, he was pushed to miss those shots. He's the one. Yeah. I mean, his movement isn't exactly, you know, super on point, but when it comes to just the shots themselves, we haven't seen Psalm in just a planted position and actually being able to take on a take. He's been called out pretty much every time he's had that big green. Oh, Psalm! Welcome back!
Oh, Cryo! No way, man! That right there sums up the series so hard. This is an eco round. XSET should be able to sneak this one away. You see a couple of sheriffs on the other side. Ult comes out, then, well, it's not needed. The bodies drop before the rocket can touch down. And Cryo awarded with one more. But that sums up the series. It's been Psalm doing great things, but then Cryo just stealing it back, or somebody on XSET. Everybody's had their individual moments of just floundering or completely squandering. That's the right word for it. Squandering any bit of attack or defense in this case that NRG are able to put up. There was a 3K on Breeze that some way, somehow XSET come back to win, and it was Psalm to get it started. This one starting the same way. He's hot with the knives. He looks great doing it, and Cryo is there to rip him out of the sky. This time though, the op swings out towards Showers. It will be revealed, and there's nobody to help him out here, unfortunately. He does sneak away. He's gonna go back on the angle, and finally Psalm will get one. It's second to fall, and that right there is half of the battle. That's half of the double dive. Now it's all up to Cryo to open things up on the site, and well, he's been noted courtesy of the Hunter's Fury.
Nice, not too bad. I think they expected someone to be over in bathroom, but there's decent damage. Hello, Hazed. He actually peeks out Def all the way back in his own spawn, and it looks like Def actually noticed that and might actually use this information for his own good, considering that that was the spike. I don't really know what they were able to spot just off of that radar peak, but immediately off of that, Def currently making his way back over towards Long. He hears a Trailblazer going the other way. Def has to be the X factor.
The Viper's Pit really locking down the A side, and with the op on that side. Nice Seekers, gets a good read. Owl Drone also gonna find the tag on the squad here. They let the Seekers go a bit further, and XSET run out of time. This is not a position that you want to be in when you still have a pit to work through. As Cryo goes up, Android will finally start to silence these members as they look to walk onto the A site, and now he's got the spike. He can Mama Bird right on top of it, look to hatch that egg. It looks like once more the plan's to save.
Yeah, that snake bite being a beautiful get out of jail free card. It can still break down on a lot of occasions, but that A main Viper's Pit, especially if you're playing two players in the middle of that pit, it's going to be basically impossible for XSET to make their way through. Great fight from Psalm to begin the round, by the way. That play over towards bathroom, I mean, that first pick could have still came in, but the fact that he was still able to get Zekin, the combo from Def just wasn't hitting with that Nova Pulse either. That pretty much ends up saving out NRG. But XSET, you can kind of see some of the signs of picking and prodding, some of that defaulting just in the round before that.
Yeah, they were doing the dance. They were definitely doing the dance. That Viper's Pit, like you said, a huge tool. And with Psalm just being on the A site, there's only one angle you have to watch. Very heads up, late in the round, Tex gets that Seekers off. The drone obviously confirms some extra information that they want to hit B, and no time on the clock. XSET let a little too much run before finally deciding where they wanted to go in the A site. Lewis still locked down. This one starts off with an owl drone, much as we've seen previously at BCJ. The tag with it, make it 2 as Sova and Astra both low. The regrowth will get them up. Unfortunately, the shields, they're going to be nowhere to found, so NRG already weakened off the rip.
Not too bad. They still need at least a solid pick back over towards this long side. They do, or at least they are at least aiming for one deeper and long, but second, just around the corner near teleporter, he was able to get an off angle onto Tex. Gets traded back by Hayes, but in goes actually a very early Cosmic Divide, but this is just gonna help out that A take. Psalm not expecting a peek coming in from that left side at all, and there you go. The toxins are actually completely covering up this back U-Haul area. Psalm has no angle that up. So essentially, A is going to get conceded for a bit, unless this Cosmic Divide has something to say about it. It actually works out for the A side for a little bit, but this could actually work out for BCJ. BCJ pops out, and now B is getting banged out. And now it's just going to be a B fake. A is still going to be that plant down, but Aaron with this Viper's Pit has completely called out the rest of NRG. Still going to be able to get another kill, but the damage has already been done. XSET are planning. Oh.
Wow, Psalm wants to go for it. Okay.
A 1v2, why not?
Yeah, swaps to the rifle. Def be able to swing off of this contact, and unfortunately, Cryo. I mean, the accuracy with the op from Cryo, if not 100%, it is pretty darn close. I don't think we've seen him really miss a shot on the day, unless he's just sending it through something.
Man, it really does not miss.
Yeah, so that right there, Cosmic Divide cut the site in half. XSET thinking, okay, things are fine and dandy. Cosmic Divide in response from Hazed, and it slowed things down for a second. The problem is, nobody was expecting BCJ to push his way through the wall. So he pushes onto B site, gets something, and that right there, that something sold that fake so hard with that Viper's Pit.
Right.
Everybody rotates over. And then the shock dart, direct hitting Hazed to kill him. That's, again, something you cannot account for. But 2 huge kills to open things up. And NRG... No way Aaron is expecting that. No way, Gus.
NRG, they try to just do everything to try to really get a spark plug going for the round, but instead... Oh, okay, Cryo couldn't actually decide between the 2 targets, so that's not going to work out. But again, 2 kills coming in from the flank for XSET. So now the A site almost completely empty, except for one person over in short. EU! He had the angle, but he's now done and dusted. XSET, all 4 players currently alive, now have so much map control. I mean, the map has literally been flipped.
Look at him.
Literally, we're flipped. There's 2 defensive players back in attacker spawn, and there are 4 attacking players near the defensive spawn side of things. Even the Astra has been over in spawn essentially for the last like minute and a half. Aaron going in, trying to cover up bathroom off of Hayes, but that's not actually going to work. 3v2 now going forward.
And NRG are going to go for it, but again, so much space given. Zekin still on the flank. And I think containment might actually be name of the game here now, as you don't really have the time to get on. There's a star down, and it's not planted for you. Zekin gives up his position. Def good on the cross, and Hayes tries to find something on the way out. Just nothing there. Maybe. Zekin doesn't have the timing. Oh my goodness. Almost did it to him. 26 health. Hayes will hang on to the weapon. But XSET, they hang on to the round, Gus. And this is, it's getting scary, right? It's just getting worse. Some way, somehow, NRG got to stop the bleeding. We're 3 rounds away from the half. You have a timeout on each side. I would love to see a timeout here for NRG to...
Yeah.
Man, that round, 2 rounds previous... It was aggression that kind of got things started. It was NRG taking space away from XSET instead of just conceding it.
Yep.
And then 2 rounds later, they try to do the same thing, but XSET's ready for it. Aaron's ready for it. And now this time, there's no time to take that space. It's Cryo out in front with the blades. And the A site seems to be on the docket.
Yeah, they were punished immediately for their shenanigans back in short. So now in this round. NRG not exactly doing the same, but definitely in the same trap. Where did Zekin come from? Zekin actually coming up from behind, essentially taking down EU. NRG dazed and amazed at what's going on. This middle of the site, they still have one person in U-Haul to try to deal with. That was Som with that judge, but XSET making everything else absolutely simple. So NRG still with 2 players remaining. Still, mind you, pistols trying to make their way back from heaven. There's a nebula in their face. There's a recon bolt that's not going to hit. And yeah, these 2 kills should go down. We're not even worried about economic damage at this point because XSET, they still have 2 rounds, only 2 rounds left in this half.
Yeah, I feel you're trying to just get the confidence up there. The last couple of shots,
yep,
at the end. Try and find something. See how you're feeling, where the aim is at, because it doesn't seem to be the crispiest for the defense. But 8-4 still on the table, like you pointed out. That was just a pistol round, so things went the way that you would expect. And they did get an ult out of it, right? The knives were used. Cryo able to collect a couple of kills with that. Kind of taking advantage of the situation, and now Som has those same knives available. So rifles coming into the round for NRG. Som gonna just be on that shorty, will have the blades. Last time we saw aggression out through showers. This time it looks like he wants to take a more passive approach to it. Guardian, that's a weapon, not a call out. Garden being fought for control. Lots of utility already, and this is the same aggression that worked last time.
That's it,
and it works this time, Gus.
Finally it works, but they needed so many bodies to actually do it. A 3-man pick into long to actually make that one possible. NRG, I mean, they tried to play the lottery, and they actually won a little bit with that one. But here we go over towards the top mid side, or excuse me, top long side. They still have to pick up the spike, and they still have to leave, but they're not able to do so. EU takes down Aaron, and now you only have Def now stuck up in this 1v3, using a whole lot of equipment. Not only that, but the stars are still around, but in goes Def. Here goes the high-low. Good setup from Som. Nice little peek into the long side, and well, there you go. If there was ever a way for NRG to get back into things, well, like I said, 3-man essentially peek back into long, that should do it.
Yeah, that's the aggression that worked previously. A couple of flashes from Tex. They peek off that second when they find those kills. They don't concede that guarding control or that long control. And this time they go back to it. It does work. It feels a little late. Obviously, 8-4 still on the table. A couple of ults just escaping them for now as well. Almost having the Seekers, which is something that you can fight for on the opposite side. It's for free for NRG. Obviously, that is unbeknownst to them. What's not free, though, is this hookah control. Holy moly. I didn't say my unique New Yorks before we got started today. It's the hookah control. Hazed isn't giving this one up for free.
Unique New York. Unique New York. You taught me that one today.
Mommy made me mesh my M&Ms.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Kieran has like specifically has a really complicated one.
He's got a bagel one. It's about bagels and bagel makers or something.
Oh, yeah. Mixed biscuits, that one?
That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, God. Tongue twisters. We're talking about tongue twisters, folks. But, oh, so here you go. Sorry. Everything has been a tongue twister so far. My English does fail me also. NRG, 2 players over towards the B side. Not looking to fail up in terms of this hookah control, because look at this XSET. They are putting in so many resources to actually clear out this one area, but still one person sitting in that same spot. Just one nebula is essentially going to drag away XSET, but this is their plan. They wanted to go back into A, but a collateral from Som given on a silver platter. He had no clue about Cryo or Def, but he finds both at the same time, and now XSET are down to 3.
And you see it coming around the corner. You know what's available to them. And Som hits the shot. Now Zekin trying to fight back for something. He goes up. He sends it into showers, but Android there for the backstab. BCJ only gonna get one on the round. Android continues to fight forward, but the op is still there. So is Tex. And it's NRG to fight for 4 at the half. We'll see if they can keep the fight going.
No, sir. No double elimination. We had a full best of 3, but it's essentially become a best of 1 here for NRG. They need this one back. But XSET, look at this. 4 players going down short. It's going to be an absolute battle. Trailblazer going in. It's going to stun at least 2 of these players. It's going to be massive. But they're still able to hold it back. BCJ and Crow still with big kills. But look at this over towards Bathroom. The Bathroom pinch is coming in so strong. But they take up back site control instead. Throwing down a snake bite on their way over. Android with a big kill. EU doing the same as he sneaks through the Nebula. And look at back and spawn. Psalm with 19 HP. Almost able to take down Aaron at the exact same time. So much chaos happening at the same time, and we're not done. Def popping up from on top of short, clearing out EU, and now Android a 1v2 to try to keep NRG at least with a bit of momentum in the second half.
It's exactly what they need. This momentum, this round is so huge, but his position, it's been noted. Oh, swing the corner. He picks up the first, finds the second. Android for the clutch.
Unreal. Android coming up. He needed to fight both of them dry. The classic tip-tapping away, actually able to get the headshots he needed. But look at this Trailblazer from the very beginning, stunning at least 2 of those players. I thought maybe could have gotten 3. But that drive from NRG, the pathing from NRG after XSET fully showed themselves in short, Android slips himself into the back of sight, and that's what gives NRG the round.
Boy, did they need that. 3 huge kills, a couple of very healthy members too in the pistol round. Anything but healthy now is Hazed. He eats a body shot with the Marshall, chipped down to low HP, but Android's still doing it. He catches BCJ trying to lurk out towards Shower, so that Viper just waiting into the tall grass that is the attacker-sided spawn, while the rest of his squad leans out towards the B side. A judge in hand. Psalm's about to be deadly, and Cryo. Uh-oh, the linchpin.
This could actually work though if Zekin kind of reacts at the right time. If Cryo gets up here, but it's not going to happen. Judge tip-tapping away now. Psalm's going to be able to at least get one off of this. Can he get a second? No, but Zekin is actually still collecting a bit of a... Oh, an interruption! Cutting off things over in Hookah, but he has Spike. Yeah, Spike, 74 HP. He does have an angle back, but Psalm pops on top of the box and able to pump him down. So there you go. Disaster averted. 6-8. Back for NRG. Desperately looking to tie up this game.
Yeah, very, very heads up for Psalm to be expecting somebody close inside that smoke. The gamble stack for XSET, it doesn't go their way. But again, that was just an anti-eco. The implications behind what they did bring into that round, Frenzy, Sheriffs, the Marshall, all the like. You see what it is, though. This defense, I mean, they're already starting off on the wrong foot. Light shields for 3, glass cannon for Cryo. I mean, you gotta get in and get out if you're the Jet here. That dash needs to be perfect. You cannot stand a couple of body shots from these rifles.
So here we go, Cryo. No smoke, which is going to be the most important part about this. There is no way that Cryo can make this one out at least dry without that dash. No. But Def, it was just dry putting in some bullets over towards Bathroom, and Android, his head becoming a magnet, attracting the lead bullet to his forehead. Now XSET. Still 3 players remaining back over towards the A side, and NRG are still thinking about this.
They're sniffing. They smell it. They smell the op on this side. That gun, it gives off a different scent, that's for sure. And with that, the op spotted. The A side, they're still taking it, and Psalm opens it up good here, Gus. But here's the op on the line. What do they give him? All too much. Psalm has fallen. Cryo swing sings back in favor for XSET. And
the Nebulas.
Too many targets to worry about. It was perfect. The smoke subside. Cryo falls. A shock dart kill onto Zekin. And here we go. NRG, they swing things in their favor. They head for the hills. BCJ goes huge, though. Picks up Tex, the 2v2, but the teleporter, the way of transportation. So the positions, they're going to be noted here.
And they still had util here, so there you go. Wall being used up early. That's at least going to help out to make their way into the middle of this site, but Recon Bolt not able to find anything. They're still worried about the back of site, but they got to worry about the off angle from Hayes. And EU pops out of the second angle, back and short at the perfect time. What a combo at the end there from NRG. And this is what puts them now in the driver's seat. An opportunity to tie things up against XSET's pistols.
Yeah, really coming alive there at the end of the half. They grab 3 more to get us started. It's 5 in a row, and like you said, a tie game. It's just around the corner. No ults online just yet for XSET. So this is going to be the round that they get those stacked up. This, you could say the same for NRG, but it's not going to be the alt set win this round, right? It's going to be these rifles, and surely those do get stacked up. You can never count anybody out, though, when you've got sheriffs on the opposite side. But obviously, NRG should be able to walk away with this one. Good Trailblazer. Saw him to follow. Some extra shots sent through Hookah. Not to be found, but it's a stack on this side of the map for XSET. This is exactly what we saw a few rounds ago. It didn't work for them. They're going right back to it. They're expecting a B hit. And should things go, should worse go to worse, I should say, you still have that player across the map. And Aaron can give you the info. Oh no, Aaron.
Uh-oh. Good luck, Aaron. It's gonna be a real harsh 1vx here. 1v many. 4 people coming around the corner. Aaron just peeks out early. It could have been real good to cut off some of these players, and it actually does do some pretty decent damage onto one. But NRG, they now have sight. Nobody else from XSET is here to stop this.
Nobody too quick.
Oh, but they still done it. They've still stopped it. That nade from Zekin coming in. Now in comes Cryo in the back line with a classic. Able to get one. Can he get a second? He absolutely does. Cryo with a pistol comes up from behind, gets two. Now pulls out the knives. Still has Tex to worry about. Tex just trying to get the spike back. Same thing with their teammate. Def coming out of Hookah at the same time. Tex getting pressured. Tex can't do anything. And Cryo gets a third. An eco for XSET as they deny NRG their first lead.
That I was just before I was rudely interrupted by Zekin saving the round with his paint shells. I was about to bring up that nobody's really paying too much attention to the flank. They're not expecting it to be this quick. And then Zekin starts the chaos, starts the craziness on the site with the paint shells. Cryo grabs the next, somehow, some way wins another. That should never happen. But it's that chaos, right? When you're running out of time, when the spike has fallen and you need to make a play, you're forced to do something crazy. And unfortunately, crazy doesn't work for NRG. BCJ now across the map. Finds not only a tag, but a frag, and saw him forced forward. He was vulnerable, and Cryo will take him down. This round going swimmingly here to the XSET camp. Seems to be only pistols in the hands of NRG, but you give them an inch, you let them get on the site. They had a Viper's Pit for it, so XSET investing heavy to make sure they find double digits here in this one.
Not a lot to work with for NRG to begin with heading into this B site to even give them a chance going forward. Android making a whole lot of noise up towards long, going for a jump peek in the middle of this site, but this wall is going to be massive. The only goal here is just to try to get this spike down. Cryo waiting up for the approach, waiting up for players to go through, and Android, he only has like 1 or 2 HP. Cryo with 1 bullet able to take him down. EU with a nice shot, but he gets slapped down immediately from behind the wall, and a boombot actually rolling over his corpse. 10-7. That's gonna be XSET taking back a massive round, but this next round, Tanner, could pretty much decide the destiny of this entire game. If XSET wins this one, we're essentially seeing a 12-7 scoreline.
Yeah, this is everything. I'm a little interested. I want to almost go back and pay attention to what the economy was coming into that round, because Hayes was just about maxed out in this. So they opt into really no force up of any kind. They just have those Sheriff's classics all around in that last round, and they could have maybe invested a bit more, but maybe met that same result as we go back to the full buy. And Cryo doesn't miss these. This time he does, so uncharacteristic. Shower control. It went the way of NRG for just a second, and XSET stealing back with the op with the ult, but EU able to hop on the board with an ult of his own. It's XSET a player ahead as Def was able to silence the Hunter in the Sova. The spike is not in possession. Look at NRG. How many times are we going to get the map flipped like this?
Yeah, right. XSET now with that control back over towards the attacker side of things, but again, they have the spike back outside of bathroom. These last 2 players from NRG can do nothing but approach, but get closer until they finally get into the 1v1s they want. BCJ from behind the Cosmic Divide finally pops out. Saw him coming in. Massive one-shot potential, but everyone else from NRG actually going in. Oh, the collat! That could have actually happened. Def down to 20 HP.
30 seconds.
Whoa, that could have actually changed the script of everything, apparently. But now in comes Hazed. Hazed needed to take down Zekin because the other one was definitely fragile. But it's 11-7 going back to XSET. And look at the cash now for NRG. They have a lot of decisions to make now. 6K on Som. Will they redistribute or will they push this to overtime?
This was so robbed that he doesn't get another. That would have been his second collateral on the game. And with this, NRG, they're throwing everything they have. They saw the sign, yard sale, garage sale. They went there with the cash that they had in their back pocket, and they pick up whatever they can. They want to keep this game in their hands. But such a bad start. Beautiful kill off the recon bolt ping. Som taken down early. That was the op. One of the biggest investments for the squad. It's gone. And the Owl drone to get all the extra information that they need. NRG stacked up 4 out towards this B side. And I don't know if Zekin's noted here. They have to clear this angle. He's too quick on it. He almost finds 2, but EU good for the trade. Aaron also playing in these ratty corners. Hayes will silence and equalize things. A 3v3. But aggression after aggression. Why not? Gus, why wouldn't XSET just keep throwing bodies at him?
Yeah, but XSET, that ends up working out just for trade. So there you go. NRG, they actually get what they wanted out of that. Yes, although XSET throwing the bodies. We're down to the 2v2. And we're not exactly seeing any movement from the player back over in bathroom. Instead, it's Cryo. Oh, Cryo, good luck. Nails the shot onto EU. Spike, now in the hands of Android. And this game now essentially in the hands of Android at NRG. A massive force buy in this round, at least from a couple of their players, has made the economic situation for the next round just that much more difficult. NRG, they need this round to make it possible. And the Viper's Pit is definitely going to help it out.
That it will. Time was getting a little scary, but now it's on Android's side. He needs to maneuver this pit perfectly. I'm wondering if Cryo is going to be able to find a weapon to swap out the operator. He had plenty to choose from. Right next to him is a player. They go back to
switch positions.
No. Oh, Android almost let it slip away, and he's 5 health.
Oh my God.
He's a classic right click away.
This is
but
so
he just
good.
has to play Ring on the Rosie.
This is
he
so
just
good.
has to play time, and he's doing it perfectly. Here comes the classic, and it's Cryo to close it out. Oh, this game, Gus, this game, it's gonna give me a heart attack.
At least with the way that NRG are playing these rounds, absolutely giving you heart attacks. Leaving everything until the very end of these rounds. But also, of course, these early battles, so chaotic, battling tooth and nail. Android, he peeked into the Astra, but that was purely because he was actually peeking so he could actually walk into the middle of the pit. Oh boy. They actually had no idea about each other for a quick second there. So there you go. XSET, through some ulterior routes, essentially, they're able to take away that last round. Now in we go. They're going to use the Viper's Pit to try to shut this one down.
And worst comes to worst, they have the blades as well. It's not often that your Viper gets spotted out by the drone, but you have to go fishing for it. You absolutely do. And you see Som towing the line of the snake bite inside the pit. They want to fight forward, and I mean, they're doing a good job of it. They push Aaron back, so the pit's gonna fall. This is gonna open up so many more options here on this round. And again, NRG backs are against the wall, so the pit falls. Everybody's health goes back to normal, but Som, well, he was familiar with low HP. Now he's familiar with no HP as the jet falls early in these rounds once more. And NRG, they got to back away. They got to reassess how to play this 4v5.
Yeah. They absolutely do, but they pull out the Cosmic Divide so early. Right into the middle of that A site. Does cover up B a bit. That's actually the exact same Cosmic Divide we saw before that BCJ was able to take advantage of. But NRG said they had to make moves. They were making one single move back over in B. It's only one player back in Hookah, but Cryo gets a massive shot in short. Now here we go. Android going through the orb. Gonna be able to get that shot onto Cryo. So here we go in the middle of sights. Only one person here, essentially over in bathroom. It's oh no, it's Aaron back over in Hookah. Almost that null factor, but there you go. Zekin pops out of showers, and XSET State of mystery, actually. What